Collective, hi. Welcome to Soul Tribe. I hope you're all doing amazingly well. Let's see what Spirit wants you to know. This is a general you versus them reading. If you're a Virgo, Taurus, or a Capricorn, those individual sign readings will be out on my channel, okay? Okay, we have the Sun here in reverse. So, you're not very happy right now. This came up in your position here. There's a feeling of something's hit straight to your heart, something's hit straight to your core, your soul, your spirit, and it's led you down. You may have been super happy in your life, things may have been going great, and then you've heard something. Because usually, right, if you're happy one day and not the next, something's usually happened here, okay? And you may feel quite alone in regards to this. It may be to do with a family situation. Let's see what we have for the collective. What do we have here for the collective? What else is here? This could have something to do with your money, okay? It's now put you on guard, and it could have something to do with a masculine energy, okay? Virgo, Taurus, or a Capricorn, possibly, okay? It doesn't have to be, could be a rising sign as well, if you're looking at sun signs. This has possibly got to do with children or a family situation. This could be someone you're separated from, an ex-husband, an ex-partner that you have kids with, okay? Spirit wants you to be patient with this. Whatever's going on, Spirit wants you to be patient, and you've got the Strength card, Leo energy at the bottom of the deck. So something could definitely change by August if you're watching this in June or July. Okay, I'm posting this in June 2026. Okay, but this is timeless. So Spirit's asking you to have like strength, spiritual strength, that you know that everything's going to be okay by working with Archangel Raphael, to have the patience you need to see how this thing sort of plays out here. This person has a lot of instability in their life. They're unstable, possibly mentally, possibly materially, and they're greedy. Okay, they're very greedy. You could be dealing with a Sag as well, okay, Sagittarius or an Aries. There's a lot of greed here. This person isn't a sharpshooter. They don't play like nice, okay? And they're being blocked. So know that Spirit is working behind the scenes. When I see the Two of Wands in reverse, the journey they have planned ahead, like the plan that they have, it's being blocked. They could want to try and reach out to you. If you know who this is already, or by the end of this reading, I would suggest you do a cord cutting from this person, okay? They can't travel wherever you're going, right? 333 on the screen. Spirit is asking you to really focus your attention or energy on something you need to do, like a new project, okay? A new project, a new creative project. This person is trying to manipulate you and possibly trying to find out what you're doing and where you are and what your moves are, okay? But Spirit's saying pay no mind, like we have your back here, right? They're not willing to heal. So if this is an ex, they're not willing to like heal and close that out and be amicable in any sort of way, okay? But Spirit's saying you are on the right path. You've got the Chariot here in the upright, okay? You're on the right path, collective. And I'm not saying be unbothered, like, but, you know, protect your energy. On the post section of my channel, you can see all the protective rituals that I personally use. So go ahead and have a look at those, okay? This person's in mental anguish because you are unbothered. Because Spirit is leading you in the right direction, okay? And you've avoided a tower by not being with this person. And the more mind you pay to something or a person, the more energy you give to them. So Spirit's saying, no, pay no mind to this. This person doesn't operate in like love vibration. Keep being generous and kind of spirit to those who are deserving of it. This person is not going to get the answers they need or get the information they need from you, okay, or about you. All right? And any opportunities that are coming their way are going to start slipping through their fingers because of what they're trying to do to you. So you're being heavily, heavily protected, okay? You may have other people talking at you, telling you what to do, okay, about this. Some of that may be supportive energy, some of that may not be, okay? This could definitely involve children. So protect your children here if you have them. Okay, this person may use passion or if they're attractive or sexy, male or female, to get what they want. They have their eyes on you, they have their eyes on some sort of prize, but they're going to be disappointed, okay? They're going to be disappointed. They're not going to get what they want, all right? This could have definitely to do with their family dynamic. They have no faith. They don't believe in God, okay? And they think they can get away with anything. But so many things are going to start being blocked. They won't even realize why they're being blocked from certain blessings. They may have like a deal that falls through, or a loan that falls through, or lose money, or lose a job, or even lose a home here, okay? Spirit knows you're worried, collective, in regards to this person, but they can't touch you, okay? They can't harm you. Spirit is asking you to continue to cultivate your friendships and those who are spiritually aligned with you for support, okay? And to continue focusing on your hopes and dreams and wishes, because they will come true. This person isn't being supported anymore. Possibly by a family that was supporting them or people that were supporting them. There's something here about people finding out who they are. There's absolutely no success coming for them in their life. You, on the other hand, are connecting with others and possibly a new relationship, or, you know, if you currently have a partner, they're a huge support to you. But even though you still feel alone, because you're dealing with this within, okay? You're dealing with this within yourself, and no one can really know how you feel, right? What else do we have for the collective? Yeah, continue to put yourself first. We have the Empress energy here. Continue to put yourself first and look after your own needs before others, because only then can you give from a full cup, right? Because there's a lot of growth coming for you. You're not going to be left out in the cold. You're not going to be abandoned. You are going to have people in your life. So if you don't have people in your life, don't go back to this person or being manipulated by this person because you have no one. Spirit is going to send you people, okay? This person is emotionally confused. Like, they're so emotionally confused, all right? There is, for a lot of you, a masculine in your life that is helping you with the burdens when you feel least strong, okay? When you're not strong. But, you know, any manipulation here, Seven of Swords, it's going to be shown. It's going to come up. You're going to see it. If you don't see it now, you will see it, and so will everyone else that has come into contact with this person. And they'll see how much help this person needs, possibly mentally, and how they've tried to manipulate you and possibly other family members too, okay? Spirit's asking you to refocus your attention and direction on your money, your career, your stability, and possibly even learning something new here, okay? And don't pay need or mind to these, oh, what was that? Sorry. Don't pay need or mind to any conflicting or confusing situations that this person throws at you, okay? They have no strength. They can't do anything. They'll soon, I'm hearing like they'll soon divert their attention to something else when they see it's not working on you, collective, okay? And there's really bad karma coming for this person. This person doesn't have a rebirth. They don't have a new beginning. They're not ascending like you are, okay? They're spiritually dead here. This is spiritual death for them. They're not able to move on. They're going to have to learn the same lessons in the next lifetime. All right? You will there will be a situation, well, not situation, there will be a point in the future, in the near future, that you will not have any communication with this person anymore. They will give up, okay? Because you've continued to protect yourself. And there's some amazing, exciting new opportunities and people that you're going to start seeing coming into your life. And your, like, money is going to start uplifting too, okay? This person won't make in the future, even though you may hear about it or not, I don't know, but Spirit's saying they won't like make any smart financial decisions. They're losing money here. They're making stupid decisions financially. And you're operating in a place of love. And you're being truthful. And you're doing your healing, the moon in reverse here, okay? This person has no new opportunities coming in. No new start, no new opportunities, not willing to heal, no empathy either, okay? And you're sitting comfortably here, okay? You're keeping your eyes on the prize. You have a vision 1111 on the screen. This person, especially in regards to a love situation, okay? So you may have new love, or the love you're with is cultivating and growing more and more each day, 1122 on the screen. This person has a lot to answer for, and people will be wanting answers from them, okay? Whereas you will be traveling, having fun. This is things will probably be happening behind the scenes, okay? You're working on your healing. You're understanding the cycles, okay? You're understanding the cycle of life where it is up and down, the ebbs and the flows. Right? This person's starting to realize that their charm does not like work anymore with anybody. And they could even be having dealings with the law, especially if they're having financial issues or any sort of stealing here. They're going to end up with nothing if that's the case, okay? Keep meditating, keep praying, keep like using your gifts, talents, and abilities and your connection with Spirit to get the answers that you need, all right? This person may try in the future to come back in. So I would suggest if you know who this is, you cord cut from this person, okay? You, however, have new opportunities in love. If you're single right now and you want new love in your life, it's coming in, collective, okay? Let's get some more messages here from Spirit about advice and focus. And we'll look at the other person's side too at the same time, okay? What's going on while you're getting advice and focus what's happening with them, okay? What else do we have here, please, Spirit, for the collective? You're operating in a beautiful energy of hope and faith and courage, I want to say. And like you're being patient. There's a lot of patience here with the changes that are going on in your life. Because you understand the ebbs and flows, like I said, the ups and downs of life. And you're happy to know that of the great mystery. So I'm seeing like I think it's the eel spirit and the animal spirit deck, okay? Doves are significant. There's peace coming into your life. This other person, they have no intuition. They don't know when it's the right thing and the right or wrong thing to do. They just do what they want to do. And they're going to continue to be like this. You are free of this person. Or if you're not now, you will be, collective, okay? This person has no creative, artistic ability in any way. They have no gifts, no talents. They said no to those. They put the lid on that when they made a deal with the devil, okay? And you're seeing this. You are able to see things when things change through life from different people's perspectives, okay? And you respect others' opinions. And Spirit's asking you to continue to do that, okay? Like I said, this person, with the changes that are happening with them, everyone's going to start realizing and moving away from this person. Realizing what they're like, okay? You are divinely guided. You know your responsibilities and you're willing to stick at them and stick to them and continue like to work hard on your life, right? This person's lacks strength of character. This person could also be unwell or you may hear of this. okay? You, however, are operating in growth and happiness. Love is leaving this person's life, okay? Things are happening really quickly for you, okay? Because this person did not operate in kindness towards, I want to say, people and animals here, they're going to come back and have to continue this life again, okay? They didn't learn it. You understand that you're projecting whatever energy you project out, you get back to yourself tenfold, all right? This person's in a very, very vulnerable position because they wanted what they wanted without having any regard to what they took from other people. You, however, are in like the energy of reciprocity and gratitude, and you're so generous. And you're balanced. You're balanced in every way right now, collective. So don't think that you're not. You are. And please pray for balance. Pray for spirit with the changes 555 on the screen is going to give you the balance required, okay? And have patience. And you have a lot of that. You've already shown that. This person is not tapped in. They don't have a spirit team that is helping them. These are lower spirits, okay? They're possibly using magic. We have magic in the reverse to like support themselves for their own personal gain. I'm hearing debauchery here as well as, what's that word? Promiscuity and theft. Okay? You are stepping into your empowerment. Like you're hearing about things that this person has done, or even like don't relive too much of what this person's done, because I feel you've already healed from that. But hearing about it is going to empower you to be the best version of yourself here. This person is lacking self-worth. They're going to be put in a situation where they're treated like a number and not a person, okay? They're going to have lack of intimacy in their life. And it's going to be very challenging for them, but you're getting liberation from this energy, from this entity. What else do we have, please, Spirit? This person's life is in turmoil because they didn't put the effort in. They knew what they were doing. They were very aware. They're very aware, but they didn't want to put the effort in. Now other people are retracting their support to them. You, however, are standing in truth. And you're being very discerning with how you speak to yourself and what you say. This person is now moving into an energy of not accepting themselves. This has all happened, or not happened, but this is like, you're protected. And that's why, with the boundaries you've set up, in the future, this person isn't going to be able to affect you because you're birthing new things, you've released, you've healed. Okay, whereas this person was blaming you for other things, now the blame's going to be shifted to them. The blame will be shifted to them. It may not happen right away, but it will happen. Okay, you're being authentic. Okay. Oh wow, this card. I love this card, but it's a little tricky to explain. I'm going to say, collective, that you are understanding light codes through downloading light codes and meditating and being open to your spiritual ascension and awakening. You are elevating. This person has got no idea what that even means. Okay? You're transforming. That's about moving integration. It's about moving to crystalline, right? Moving to 4D, 5D. You're stable. You're getting more and more stable day after day, okay? This person, the magician in the reverse, they're not able to trick you anymore, okay? There still will be some decisions that you need to make, though, collective. Possibly in regards to your relationships. And there's a need here to have a lot of trust that you're going on the right path, okay? Whatever energy this person threw at you, the target, they didn't hit it, okay? You are the target, they didn't hit it, okay? Use your communication to get into alignment in exactly where you need to be right now, okay? And have integrity. This person was not grateful. They don't have a life purpose that's going to fulfill them. And Spirit's asking you to seize the moment and really start this now. 2000 on the screen as I said that. Let's pull an angel card for you, collective. Spirit's affirmation here for the collective. What do they need to know right now? What does the collective need to know? Wow. You have the power to make everything better, to make yourself better. You have the power, and there's something here about breaking a generational or an ancestral curse, and you have the power to do this, to make everything better for the next generation and for yourself moving forward. That was your reading.